I just wanted to take a quick second and just be grateful for life. Just be thankful for life. Because I'm listening to a podcast right now, Tim Kennedy and Jocko Willink, and they're talking about how we live and how we're free. We can go to the mall. We can do as we so choose in this current civilization that we have, in this current way of living that we have in America. It's free. That can be taken away. That shit can go away. Simply. This is everyday life. We take this shit for granted. We wake up every day taking life for granted. A lot of us do. Me included sometimes. I wake up and I'm pissed off to start the day because I got to go get shit done. But the fact that I get to get up and have something to go do, that's a rare occasion. There's motherfuckers that... Shit, I can't even speak on other motherfuckers, man. All I can do is say I'm thankful. I'm thankful for being an American. I'm thankful for being born in a place where... I mean, shit, man. We can do whatever the fuck we want. We have a voice. We can express our opinion for the most part without being oppressed and not being a... You know? So, just want to come in and say that. And pretty much another thing I wanted to talk about was... I was thinking earlier today, and I wanted to share my story that I had with God and my experience with God. It happened when I was 16, and I was in a really rough situation mentally, emotionally. I wasn't capable yet of handling certain situations, and I was very lost in life. I was very frustrated. I was by myself. I moved to a city that I necessarily didn't want. We moved from Orlando to a city called Lakeland, and it was a big change for me, considering that only 2 years prior to that, I was moving from Indiana to Florida. So needless to say, my hold on what was firm in life was fucked up. I had a shitty vision. I was emotionally fucked up. People that I created bonds with, I was taken from them. And it was just a shitty situation. The whole situation was fucked up. And it was out of my control. I was 14 when I moved to Florida. And by the time we moved to Lakeland, I was 16. And it was even worse, considering that a lot of the blame was put on me. I was hanging out with the wrong group of people. Shout out my homie Diego. Back in the day, we used to be kicking it, going on missions and shit. That's my main dude right there. And pretty much we moved to Orlando, and I met friends. The move was hard. It was fucked up. Like, pretty much I was homesick. It hurt me, but I made new friends. And in the midst of making new friends, 2 years into it, I'm getting in trouble in school and stuff. It's nothing serious. I'm not hurting anybody. But pretty much we move. We have to move. And I feel it's my fault. So I'm stripped from my friends again, taken away from people that I care about, people that actually care about me, people that I formed bonds with. So I'm stuck in this new place, man. I go into this depression. And I'm fucking thinking one day, I'm just sad. I come home from school and it's a bland place. It's boring. Eventually, I make friends, and I realize it's a different world than I thought. But I'm depressed, and I'm thinking to myself, just deeply thinking, really, 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 really contemplating with my soul, and just earnestly and honestly just asking why. Why the fuck have I been put through situation after situation in my life to bring me down? What the fuck is it for? Why do you keep bringing me down? I was seriously questioning life itself at 16. And somehow it comes up, I start cursing the Lord. I start cursing God. And I start saying, fuck you, you know? And I meant it. And I told him, I said, if you're fucking real. And I thought to myself, who the fuck am I even talking to? A small part of me knew that I was talking for a reason, though. And I said, you know what? If you're fucking real, then show me. Show me you're real. And I sat with that. Now a few minutes later, there's a knock at the door. And I'm thinking it's a new friend that I made. His name was Belton. Shout out Belton. And I figured he was coming. He was going to smoke a J with me. And I'm thinking in my head, man, I don't feel like socializing right now. Man, I'm going through it, man. I don't even know if I can muster up the fucking energy to pretend I'm happy and even joke around. And I get up to open the door. And when I open the door, it's church people. People from a church. It was a couple ladies and a couple gentlemen around my age. And pretty much when they announced who they were and what they were there for, my heart sank. I became, I guess that's what you call the fear of the Lord, that when you call upon something, it happens. But I was humbled. And basically, I didn't tell them what I had just went through. I didn't tell them what I had just said. I didn't tell them that I just asked the Lord to send me a sign. But they told me that they were there in the complex because they prayed that day, and that's where the Lord told them to go. Now, if they were fucking, if they closed their eyes and they were like, Lord Jesus, please point my finger to the direction on the map, and they fucking just stumbled upon this shit, whether it be coincidence or not, it happened. So I prayed with them. They asked me to pray. I prayed. And we said our goodbyes, and I went inside the house and I sat down humbled. Just so humbled. But with more questions than answers. But really the moral of it is that whether it's God, whether God is a person or a thing, or if it's an energy, or if it's a vibration, or it's just mere coincidence itself, whenever the fuck you want something, whenever you ask for something, it will come to you. Now, I'm not sure if this experience was coincidence or not. All I know is that it's true and it happened to me. And all I can say is that the unseen, the things we can't touch with our hands, but the things we can feel, is just as important as the things we can see. So with that one, we're going to leave you with that. I'm going to go and get it. It's Sunday today too. So hey, we're going to get it. I'm going to chill. I'm going to relax. It's a day of rest. I'm cooling. There's no rhyme or reason for today. Everything's good. So we see y'all motherfuckers later. Hey, peace out. Be good. And do what the fuck you feel is right. That's all you can do. Go with the flow. Later, y'all. Deuces.